In a film where a young couple has no children, but instead owns 101 dogs, it would be easy to say this is just an animation that aligns with a very modern trend, choosing not to have children because it's too costly. But the 1961 Disney classic 101 Dalmatians is far more than a visual masterpiece or a lesson in animation style. Beneath its elegant design and playful surface, the film hides a much deeper confrontation, one that goes far beyond puppies and spots. Cruella de Vil is unquestionably the great villain of the story, but she also represents something much larger, the machine of modernity itself. It's no coincidence that she always arrives wrapped inside her oversized car, driving recklessly, aggressively, surrounded by noise, smoke, and chaos. Her foul cigarette, rude manners, and lack of basic courtesy, her excessive wealth all point to the same thing: money that, in the end, serves no real purpose. Deeply unhappy and obsessive, she wants only to bend reality to her will, to use people and everything around her as mere instruments to satisfy her desires. In essence, she seeks to distort life as it was meant to be lived, since human beings were not made only to produce or to dominate, but also to contemplate beauty. That's why we create art, even when it has no immediate utility. That's why we care for animals, because they are part of the natural order of the world. And this natural way of living is exactly what we see embodied in the young couple at the center of the film. They are newly married, living a simple life, with 2 dogs who become the true protagonists of the story. In fact, the entire narrative is told largely from the perspective of these 2 dogs, and especially Pongo. Through them, we see a couple that is open to life, a couple that receives the gift of life, along with the great sacrifice it entails, welcoming many puppies into the world. And it is precisely in their owners that the puppies find protection. In the playful logic of the film, these humans couples stand as allies of life itself, defending it against a force that uses power and coercion to manipulate, destroy, and ultimately kill life, reducing living beings to nothing more than raw material for fur coats. Representing this anti-human force, the machine embodied by Cruella, whose ultimate goal is to destroy natural life. And, of course, there could be no other way to fight Cruella and her twisted plans than through community, with the help of others, and through our own effort and sacrifice. We cannot afford to stand still in the face of forces that seek to destroy our children. We must give everything we can. And along the way, we will also be able to rely on grace and on unexpected help from those around us, whether it's someone covering the tracks, the simple luck of finding soot to hide in, the kindness of cows that feed the puppies, or the quiet solidarity of strangers along the road. So beyond its charm, great art and beautifully distinct animation style, created, interestingly enough, with little direct involvement from Walt Disney himself, 101 Dalmatians reveals itself as a story that defends life. It shows us that even in a world obsessed with productivity, where money and power constantly threaten to dehumanize us, it is still possible to resist. It is still possible to stand up to the powerful who seek to bend everything to their will, and still find a path to happiness without losing our humanity. A happiness rooted not in domination or control, but in remaining open to life, in choosing, again and again, to defend the dignity of the life we've been given, and to contemplate the enduring beauty that our natural, human life can still offer us, if we are willing to see it. True happiness isn't found in power or profit, but in choosing life and true love, even when it costs.